Is that not how football works? Hi, I'm Megan Vick, #1 Oliver stan here, and here's everything you need to know about watching All-American Season 2. Oliver as in Olivia and Asher, not the Oliver twist. All-American is returning for its sophomore run on Monday, October 7th on the CW. Make sure you watch it live, not just on Netflix. Just like the true story of the former NFL player Spencer Paysinger, on who the show is based, All-American centers on Spencer James, a really talented football player from Crenshaw who is recruited to play for Beverly Hills High. Talk about a glow up. But almost as soon as Spencer moves in with his new coach Billy Baker and his family in Beverly Hills, things begin to fall apart. And by the time we hit the season 1 finale, everyone's lives are pretty much a mess.
So the Beverly Eagles won the state championship. The affair that Billy and Spencer's mom had is exposed.
I move out of the house.
My father's come back after 8 years and is now the head coach at South Crenshaw and has asked Spencer to return to South Crenshaw, leave Beverly Hills and go back. And so Spencer's basically left wrestling with that decision.
The keyword for season 2 after all of that drama is going to be emotion. We're talking tears, we're talking Emmys. Not really. It will be off season for the boys on the football team when the show picks back up, which means all of this off-field drama can take center stage, and here's what you can expect of what's next. We'll start with the family drama, which is the biggest bombshell of season 1. Everyone will still be reeling from the truth of Billy and Grace's affair when the season picks up, but the revelation will most deeply affect Spencer, who will be grappling with whether he can ever trust Billy for betraying him like that and sleeping with his mom, because that's not cool, bro.
That relationship is definitely fractured. I don't want to say it's completely broken, but they have a long way to go. The trust, and just with him as his coach and as that sort of male figure in his life, you know, that once that trust is broken, it's hard to get that back. So, you know, the second season, a lot of it is devoted to the kind of wounds of season 1.
The beginning of season 2 also marks rock bottom for Billy, who kind of deserves it, let's be honest. Who resigned in the season 1 finale after his own son Jordan laid into him for cheating his way to victory with the Beverly Hills Eagles. On top of all of this, Billy decided to move in with his father Willie, they are not on good terms, in order to give Laura and the rest of his family the space they need to work through the news of Billy and Grace's affair. So the next time we see Billy, don't expect any of his signature swagger or any of his upbeat speeches, cause homeboy's feeling bad.
He's not in a good way. You know, he's at the bar in the middle of the day. You know, he's all sloppy. Yeah. His whole world has tumbled down, and he's not even ready to pick up the pieces yet. He's just kind of kicking them around.
Eventually, Billy will have to start working on trying to get his family to forgive him. And while Olivia, who has an addict past and has had to walk a similar path to Billy, is fairly understanding, he will not have even as close an easy time when it comes to his son, Jordan.
I feel like the hardest is like the father and son.
Yeah.
On both words. Because,
both.
you know, sons have this thing where eventually you hit this point and you have to remove your dad from the pedestal.
Yes.
And I think both Spencer and Jordan have had to do that and are still having to do that.
And the shame, you know, because especially, I can only speak from personal experience, you know, as a black man, you feel like, you know, something so important. The main thing you need to do is raise your boy right.
Spencer, of course, aside from the Billy Baker drama, will also have his own family drama to contend with in season 2 because his biological father returned at the end of season 1 and offered him the chance to return to his old football team at Crenshaw Heights. So now Spencer will have to decide whether he wants to stay in Beverly Hills where he's made a home with his new team, but he has a fractured family there, or to return to his newly coalescing family back home and play with his old team that has moved on without him. Further complicating matters is the fact that it's been nearly a decade since Spencer and Corey last saw each other, which means that Spencer is no longer the little kid Corey left behind, and it'll be a challenge for both of them navigating this new dynamic. I mean, I have a hard time with best friends I haven't seen in 6 months. What do you do with a dad you haven't seen in 10 years?
They have a long way to go too, but, you know, he's still a son who's been missing his father. But Spencer's one of those kids who had to grow up too fast and become the man in the house, and now there's another man in the house, and it's gonna take some time for them to heal.
Okay, but here's what we're actually here for. The romances! After all, this is a CW show, so we want to know who's breaking up, who's hooking up, who's trying new things. Most of all, there's that love square between Spencer, Layla, Asher, and Olivia. Try saying that 3 times fast. I won't, because it's too hard. When season 1 ended, Spencer was still with Layla, who suffered a severe breakdown after her house was robbed. It was so tragic. And while Olivia was there to help Layla in that moment, Daniel Ezra promises that Spencer will stand by her through her current struggles, but warned that this will put a strain on their relationship.
They care about each other and they love each other, but they have some tests coming up because she has Spencer obviously is wrestling with the decision of, to stay in Beverly Hills or return to Crenshaw. At the same time, she has got her own demon surfacing, and she is on this very tumultuous road. So young mental health is one of the stories we're really going to explore this season. A lot of it through Layla, and every relationship is going to be affected by that.
It kind of shines a spotlight on the idea that just because you have money and are good looking, you don't have serious issues.
Meanwhile, Spencer's former crush, Olivia, who is thankfully not related to Spencer after all, you have no idea how big of a relief that was, will find her relationship with Layla's ex, Asher, moving forward. This is what we came for! Even though Olivia is still with Chris, last season it became clear that the chemistry between her and Asher was building, and Asher was catching serious feelings. I like to think that both of them were, but Asher was just cooler about it. Here's what you can expect of their relationship in season 2, and it's pretty juicy. After seeing so many scenes where Olivia comforted Asher, Cody Christian told me this summer that there's one scene in early season 2 where Asher gets to be there for Olivia, and hinted it could be a real turning point for them. Samantha Logan added that Olivia definitely has genuine love for Asher, and though she noted that this could be just a friendship love, sure, we have a feeling it will become romantic soon enough. While Cody Christian teased Olivia and Asher's relationship will be a very positive one, not everyone in the cast necessarily shares those views.
When I first saw it, and when we first read it, I was like, it's the most dysfunctional potential relationship.
Right. But accurate. High school,
it's high school,
sports.
and you can see it because you can see why they would connect. Whether it would be a healthy relationship, I guess time will tell, but you can kind of see why they would connect. And I think with Asher and Olivia, it's like they've both realized that they are kind of going through a lot of the same stuff, and that they can help each other. Whether they should turn that into like a romantic thing remains to be seen.
In their own separate worlds, they could be perfect together.
Yes.
And they probably would make it, but it's everybody else around them, how they would look at them.
Yes.
Which would suck for them, but it's great TV.
But now that you're all caught up, we have to talk about the burning questions that we have and you have going into season 2. Number 1, is Spencer's BFF Coop totally out of the gang life, or will she be getting into more trouble? Coop got involved in a gang in season 1 as a way to make ends meet, especially with Spencer off in Beverly Hills doing his own thing. And while Spencer was ultimately able to enlist the help of Billy's wife Laura to help bring down Crenshaw's main drug dealer Tyrone and free Coop from that life, that doesn't necessarily mean that Coop won't fall back into old habits this season. Season 2 will find Coop trying to retake control of her life, doing everything she can to put her involvement with gang life in the past and focus on pursuing her musical career. Seeing as Bre-Z is a rapper in real life, as well as previously played one on Empire, this move for Coop makes a lot of sense. However, it will not be that easy. Daniel Ezra warned that when Spencer is faced with an unexpected curveball this season, the fallout will affect everyone in his life, including Coop. God, this girl needs to catch a break. Number 2, who is coaching the Beverly Hills High football team now that Coach Baker has resigned? Coach Baker spent a lot of time finally getting that team to gel in season 1, and having someone new come in can really shake things up. Spencer was previously the favorite. Will that change? Will Jordan finally get his time to shine? Will a new coach let Asher back on the team? Or will he bring in another recruit that we never saw coming that could really shake up the dynamic of that team? There's a whole bunch of things that can change with having a new coach come into the fold, and it could seriously affect Spencer's decision of whether to stay in Beverly Hills or go back to Crenshaw. Number 3, who is Dylan's dad? We confirmed that Spencer is not Coach Baker's son, but we cannot say the same for his little brother, who was born less than a year after the affair. Oh no! But is Billy really Dylan's dad? And if so, how will that revelation cause more trouble for the Baker and James families? And how would they begin to start to move forward from this when they're still so busy cleaning up other messes from the past? Those are all of our burning questions, but we want to hear from you. Let us know if you think Coach Baker is Dylan's dad in the comments below, and check out more of TV Guide's videos to make sure you're up to date on everything coming up on TV.